Yes, initially, people used to think that the sky is the limit. And mottos were all around schools that the sky is the limit. But in 1969, Neil Armstrong landed on the moon for the very first time. So now the sky ceased to be the limit. Then the moon was the limit. But even the moon is not the limit. If man can think beyond the moon, man can go beyond the moon. So what is my message today? My message is there are no limits to what a man can do. There are no limits to where you can go. There are no limits to how much you can achieve. There are no limits to what you can become. There are no limits to a human being, because we are human beings. We are not human doings. You can always increase, you can always improve, you can always go beyond where you think your limitations are. If man can think beyond the moon, man can go beyond the moon. Initially, we used to be on ground in cars. But man got fed up of being on ground in cars. And man thought of how he can be beyond the ground. So man thought of being in the sky, and that's when we started seeing aeroplanes. So man can move in an aeroplane from one place to another. But again, man got fed up of only being in the sky. Man wanted to go beyond the sky. So they designed rockets. So man can move beyond the sky to the moon in a rocket. Now there are completely no limits to what a man can do. So your limitations are within your imagination. If you can think beyond those limits, you can go beyond those limits. So today, if you want to go far, if you want to be beyond where you are today, shake off those limitations. Shake off the limits, because you are unlimited being. Your limits are only imposed on you by you. And it is only you who can break off those limits to go beyond where you want to go. So shake off the limits. Break off all the limits that you have had and let you be phenomenal. Break off the limits you have always had and move into your greatness, because there is greatness in you. If you can shake off these limits, you can be great. Thank you for watching the Better You with Jack.